Hey everyone, today we're going to break down a really important program here in Clovis Municipal Schools, Title I. This is your guide to understanding how it all works and, more importantly, how you fit into the picture.
It's the big question on every parent's and community member's mind, isn't it? How do we make sure that every single child gets the chance to shine and reach their full potential? Well, a huge part of that answer is in the program we're about to dive into.
So let's get right to it. What is Title I? At its core, it's a federal program that brings extra resources, extra support, right into our schools. The goal is simple, but honestly, it's so powerful to help level the playing field and give every single child a fair shot at meeting New Mexico's academic goals.
So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with the basics, then we'll actually follow the money to see where it goes. After that, we'll peek inside the classroom, talk about your rights as a parent, which is huge, and wrap up with the most critical piece of all, your voice.
All right, let's talk dollars and cents, because understanding how these funds are actually used is the key to seeing the real-world impact of the Title I program.
So, for this upcoming school year, Clovis Municipal Schools is set to receive almost $2.2 million from Title I. Now that's a significant investment, and every single one of those dollars is aimed at supporting our students and our schools.
Okay, so where does all that money go? This is where it gets really interesting. A massive 65%, the biggest slice by far, goes directly to our schools. This empowers them to use the money for what they need most. Another 23% supports bigger district-wide things like teacher training. And see that little 1% slice for parent and family engagement? It might look small, but that's about $22,000 dedicated specifically to making sure your voice is heard. So this isn't just about money, it's about targeted support at every level.
So we followed the money. Now let's see what that actually looks like for our kids. How does this all translate to a better learning environment inside the classroom?
Well, for starters, Title I funding helps make sure our curriculum is absolutely top-notch. It meets all the state requirements, sure, but it's also being constantly reviewed and improved by our own teachers. And, most importantly, it's totally transparent. As a parent, you can review it anytime you want. But a great curriculum is only half the battle. To make it really work, we have to know how our students are actually doing, and that's where assessments come in. Just think of them as tools that help our teachers really tailor their lessons to fit each student's unique needs.
And this slide gives you a quick snapshot of those tools. For our younger kids in elementary school, you'll see those key state tests in the core subjects. Then, as they move into middle and high school, the focus starts to include things like the PSAT and SAT, getting them ready for college and careers. It's a really comprehensive approach that gives us a full picture of their academic journey.
And this is why all that data is so incredibly important. These are our district's average proficiency rates. This info helps us see where we're strong, for sure. But more importantly, it helps us pinpoint exactly where we need to focus our Title I resources to help our students grow.
But this information, it's not just for us at the school district. It's for you. And that brings us to a really powerful part of Title I, your rights as a parent. This is huge. Under federal law, you have the right to know about your child's teacher's qualifications, the right to be told if a non-certified teacher is in the classroom for a long period, and the right to get all of this crucial information in a language you can understand. This is all about making sure you are an informed, empowered partner in your child's education.
And that partnership, that's where everything comes together. Knowing your rights is step one, but using your voice, that's how we truly make a difference for our kids.
And I want to be really clear about this. This isn't just something we say at Clovis Municipal Schools. Your involvement isn't an afterthought or an add-on. It's absolutely essential for our students to succeed. Your perspective and your participation are truly, truly valued.
This commitment is so important that it's actually formalized in our family engagement policy. It's all about making sure our schools are welcoming, that you have the information you need when you need it, and that we're building a real two-way partnership between home and school.
So you might be thinking, okay, I'm in. What can I do? Well, here are a few simple but really powerful ways you can get involved. You could join our parent advisory team. You can make sure your child is at school every day ready to learn. Keep those lines of communication open with their teachers. And please, take a few minutes to fill out our annual survey. Your feedback is like gold to us.
Because, really, that's the bottom line. When we all work together, the school, the district, and you, our families, we create this amazing support system where every single student can thrive. So think of it like this. The funding, the curriculum are amazing teachers. They're all crucial pieces of the puzzle. But the final piece,
the one that makes the entire picture complete? That's you. So the real question is, how will you get involved?